Week of good dawning here. My name is Josh. My tag is Mr. Floyd, and yeah, let's burn some Palo Santo. Again, I'll say this as I do every dawning. You're technically supposed to light this with a match, but this would be no match for a match. So good luck with that. Even a big Ohio blue tip match, or a giant camping match, or no match. So here we go, guys. This is just Palo Santo. All good energy, and for all of us. We will slow down time today, as Care Bear was talking about time. And if you miss Care Bear in the dawning, you can always check out the replay. But yeah, so get myself here. Always feels good. The warmth of the Palo Santo feels so relaxing. Make sure you get the bracelets. Anything that you wear, make sure you get. So we get the Ankh. And finally, the Moldavite. All right, Lucky Stone, good dawning. All right, welcome to another Monday here, and today's the 5-5 portal. What is 5-5? 5 is rapid and instant change, right? All right, so we got a couple things going on. Speaking of instant change, and all right, so my dad, if you guys noticed, I posted in the in my posts a GoFundMe. I'm generally not one to ask for a dime on this channel, but yeah, my dad's not doing. He's had memory issues, and it's been pretty stable. But now that his girlfriend's in and out of the hospital with heart issues, and for a while there, it was like, okay, if I go in, I'll mix up the situation, so stay out. But now with his girlfriend was in the hospital last week with arrhythmia and whatnot. She may have to have an ablation. She has other heart issues and fatigue issues. So it's kind of at the point where I need to be there. So there is a GoFundMe posted. You were under no obligation in any aspect to do anything, but there's a GoFundMe posted if you want to help me achieve my goal of getting to Chicago between now and December. Even if it's December when my lease is up, you can still help me because I'm going to have to get an apartment and all that stuff. So all this money kind of just goes to the side here. And yeah, so either way, and we have to see if the landlord's even going to let us out of the lease. But either way, guys, so yeah, so that's where we stand. And so nothing to change good dawning, but trying to get my universe to Chicago there to help my father. So if anybody wants to assist, you are under no obligation. The GoFundMe is pinned in the comments there. Tonight as well at 8 o'clock or 8:30, which will buffer up to 9:30, which will buffer us up to Truthwave, which is why we changed, have a later time, is we have Witchy Trista. She's going to be live with us tonight doing her tuning forks. And so if you've not seen Witchy Trista's channel, please do check it out at Witchy Trista. You can just type in Witchy Trista. She will show up. And we'll have her pinned, of course, tonight and all that. But yeah, so check her out. And maybe I'll throw a post up there. But either way, tonight at 8:30, her tuning forks. And if you've not used or utilized tuning forks, or not utilized, you're not using them. But if you've not been a recipient of tuning forks, it is quite an experience. And she activated my solar plex through her channel, through her one of her videos, the latest video with the tuning forks. So we're going to do an activation. We're going to touch on each of the solar plexes or each of the chakras. And yeah, so maybe she'll activate your solar plex like she did mine. But so yeah, it's tuning. Everything's vibrational on this planet. So it's going to be a good time. And we'll go for about an hour. An hour and 15 minutes. So, and then switch over to Truthwave. And we should all be in a pretty meditative state there. It's going to be pretty awesome. We should all be, this could be a really high, I mean, granted, it's all based on the day you have and what energy you bring into it, but it could be a really high vibrational truth wave going from the of Witchy Trista's tuning forks into the truth wave there. And if you've not joined us at Truth Wave there, that's at Truth Wave Energy Meditation with Victor at the 9:45 in the dawning, 9:45 in the dawning and in the evening. And it's really a good time. And yeah, I mean, you can join at the top of the hour, but we chat for 15 minutes first. So link is pinned, comment up top. Okay, great. So yeah, so thank you guys for all that you do. Care Bear, thank you for what you do in the dawning and slowing down time. So let's slow down some time here. We're going to do some cards real quick, and these are the master ascent. Well, we could, You know, a lot of slowing down time is about your cadence, right? So what is your general rhythm in your universe, right? So this is the Master Ascension Light Code deck. Is your cadence, is your rhythm, are you like Speedy Gonzalez through your universe? Are you barreling in and out of things, or are you in presence and going, slowing down, so to speak, right? I mean, not literally, but yeah. So if you want to slow down your universe and take an hour and watch it become two, as we've heard this morning or this dawning, then are you being the slow down energy as well? Trista, I will get a link out to you this afternoon. I'll email it and text it just to make sure either way, whichever you're using. You can use your cell phone, it's just StreamYard. If you're on StreamYard and using your cell phone, I recommend going in desktop mode on the browser, just because it's just the way they've shuffled things. But as a guest, it's not so bad. But yeah, either way, it doesn't make a difference in that aspect. Great. Yeah, it's going to be wonderful. So Trista's going to go through the chakras there. And yeah, you should walk out of there feeling pretty vibrational, to say the least. And we can talk about the tuning forks and Trista herself. And it's going to be a good time, guys. All right. So let's see what we get from Archangel Raphael. These are donated to this channel through Blindly Inspired. Good dawning. We love you, Blindly Inspired. She'll be live at the top of the hour. And I don't think there's too many lives otherwise today. I know tomorrow is Wounds to Wisdom with Teresa. I know other channels are taking time off. So, yeah, so let's see what we get from the Master Ascension Light Codes as channeled through Archangel Raphael, through Kelly Kaladny of the Archangel Raphael channel. There we go. And Kelly, she's been channeling for like 25 years. So she is recognized as one of the real deals. And there are lots of unreal deals out there who are channeling through whatever they're channeling there, if they're possessed or whatnot, or But let's see what we get here. But Kelly, no. All right, 1, 2, and 3, and me, it's my higher self. So, all right, and so we take the bottom card. There we go, clogged up as the energetics for today, and then the top 3, une, deux, and trois, for the how to achieve. All right, so the energetics are twin flame, soul connection. Chink. All right, so today's asking you to connect with your twin flame, yourself. If you can't connect with yourself, you can't connect with anybody else. So the first connection is you, right? Then the second connection is your twin flame, others, your larger universe as well. So soul connection, and that doesn't have to be twin flame per se. It doesn't always have to be others. You can, there's lots of versions of different ideas of the twin flame. Some say it's a split you, like your soul split and finding yourself. Some say it's of the divine masculine and the divine feminine, or heart-brain coherence, and kind of getting it all together there, where your heart has one thing and the brain the action, right? Masculine and feminine. Or the fullness of the yin-yang, either way you want to look at it. All right, so to achieve soul connection, first thing we must do is golden disc, disentangle. So it's asking us to disentangle. So from your end, it's asking for that golden disc. So you see, what do you need to disentangle in your universe today? And then gratitude. So it's asking you for gratitude in your attitude as well. Nathan, good dawning. I love vibrational stuff. Thank you, Witchy Trista, for going live and doing stuff with tuning forks. Nathan, good dawning. Grateful to see you, brother. And I hope all is well up in Maritime Canada there for you. Gratitude. So, yeah, so in order to find a soul connection, right? This is crazy. You can ground into gratitude, and you never know what can happen, right? So grounding into gratitude can totally shift your universe. And yeah, I had a minor Kundalini awakening a couple years ago, and you still go up and down on the scale, but grounding into gratitude for about a month, something popped, and it was kind of crazy. But appreciate the moment, and that's all you really have is the moment anyways. Anything else, you're projecting either forwards or backwards, right? And you're creating false timelines, generally speaking, right? A false universe. And then discernment. So it's asking you to discern for yourself, right? So seek your own personal truth. So please seek your truth, whatever that is for you. It's your truth. So seek it. And all right, so just to recap here, Twin flame or soul connection. So that's today's card. So connect with your soul, your twin flame. Could just be connecting with yourself. It could be others as well. If you're married and you're in a twin flame connection, it could be connecting with your other partner, your other half, right? All right, and then it says golden disc is the card here, and it says discernment. So and disentangle. So we're disentangling in this card here. There we go. And gratitude. So then we step into gratitude. And always, gratitude is always generally the attitude you'd want to have. Even if you can hold gratitude for even if your universe isn't going exactly as you plan or as you would want, but it's not like falling apart or anything, but maybe you have a goal and it's just not in front of you, but your universe generally is stable, then yeah, find the gratitude in that if you can, gratitude for all of that in yourself. And then finally, discernment. And what are you looking to discern? Speak your truth there. Clint, good dawning. And so speak your truth there and seek your truth and discern it for yourself. Your truth is yours, right? You can only discern your own truth. There's no other truth than your truth. So if you're trying to discern something for yourself, it has to be for you. You're making that discernment. Anybody else's, you can't take anybody else's truth as your truth. We all see it's 8 billion expressions of source, whether it's an actual real expression of source or it's an NPC or fire, whatever you are on this planet. You still have to make it your truth, right? All right. Even if you're a background character and don't know it. All right. So yeah. So please like, subscribe, and hit the bell, guys, for when we go live. If you're new here, and thank you there, Care Bear. Yeah, it should be pinned at the top as well. There we go. So thank you, guys, and yeah, I mean, so we can. All right. Let's repin that. Let's pin that one. Well, let me pin it. That's weird. All right. Either way. All right. So let's see what else we got going on. So how everybody doing this morning? Hopefully everybody had a great weekend. And if you didn't, hopefully you have a great week. We're going to do some clearing here and clear the energies from the weekend as we always do. Oh, we've got our palm reading cards as well. I don't think I actually posted the cards from Friday, but we'll get those posted as well. And today we've got 2 for Venus fingers. And so let's do those real quick. And then we're going to clear some energies from this weekend and kind of get things moving here. And Clint, good dawning. And let's keep the chat moving here because it's only on top messages. There we go. All right. I love when the chat freezes up. It's on top messages. Julie, good dawning as well. Marie. And let's see here. So hopefully everybody had a great weekend. Happy solar return. Maureen, happy birthday. I see that Suzette put solar return in there. So happy birthday to you, Maureen. And of course, today is the 5-5 portal. 5 is the number of rapid change. So what are you looking to change in your universe? What 5 moment? For me, it's getting up to Chicago so that my dad's not sitting there watching TV. And while his, it's not working down here anyway. So or at least it hasn't. So so it's time to shift. So what are you looking for on the 5-5 portal? Maybe there's something that you're looking to obtain, looking for something to achieve. Throw it in the chat there. If there's something that you are looking to manifest on the 5-5 portal, we will do a energy manifestation for the 5-5 portal. We'll grab some energies and manifest to see what we want to bring forth. But 5 is the number of like overnight, rapid, miraculous change. So 5-5 is the birth of a holy child. There we go. It used to be the speed limit in the United States, but when they were thinking they were saving on gas, but they weren't. It was actually, that was pressed. Actually, the reason why we went to 55 was pressed by the insurance companies to lower the speed limit so that they could make more money on tickets. Did you know that? So that they could raise insurance rates. And so municipalities got together with the insurance companies to, yeah, exactly. And that's when you started seeing radar detectors, right? Or radar guns, right? Being passed around because the Institute for Insurance, right? They started funding localities to get radar guns. And so it all kind of came together there. But yeah, so that's why we went 55. If you didn't know that. And so it's about everybody making money and taking it from you. So if we slow it down, we'll get you faster. We'll get you easier, right? That's the whole reason. It wasn't about gas. It wasn't about safer at any other speed or anything else. A drastic and necessary change, insidious greed. Everything on this, generally speaking, anything you see on this planet, when they say it's going to be for your best interest, safety wise, with this fee, whatever, it's all generally insidious greed in some fashion. Yeah, but yeah, if you didn't realize that speed limits were actually proposed by the insurance carriers, and the speed limits are generally proposed slower than they should be by the insurance carriers. And then the radar guns and laser detectors are given by the insurance carriers as a group. There's a lobbying group that gives donations of those to your local police departments and whatnot. And it's all tied together. So yes. And then in Colorado, it's 1 point. Now I think it's a law. 1 point equals an extra $100 on your insurance for the entire year. So they get you both ways now. They get you with the right. So they just boom, you get a parking ticket. It's 1 point. It's $100 a month for the rest of the year for a year on extra in your insurance. Interesting stuff. I also want to work on heavyweight shadow work. Help me out. 55 portal. Yeah. So the 55 portal. If there's something that you're looking to change, ground into that today. See that change. Today is the greatest day, and portal wise, to manifest change like that, because that's the 5 is abrupt immediate change. It's not like a 9, which is a changing out of a cycle, which can take a year or slow cycling change, right, from one cycle to a new cycle. Or a 10, which is the endings bring new beginnings, where something abruptly ends. This is just a change, like boom, you're going from whatever, to sweeping the floor to running the front of the restaurant. That could be an abrupt change, right? So just an idea. But all right. So Hershey, good dawning. If you're live today, Hershey, I know you have your Meta Message Monday. I don't know what time you are live, Hershey. If you want to put that in the chat, what time is your Meta Monday message there? I know that you do go live. I think it's like noon, if I'm correct, or 11. But to let us know in the chat there, Hershey, when you are live, what time, and so we can advertise you are live. I know Krista's live at the top of the hour there. All right, so we've got the palm reading cards for today. And so we have 2 cards, Venus lines. I know we were working on the Saturn lines, and if I didn't post those, I'll double check the posts. After the show, I'll get them posted up there. I did take pictures of them just in case. Solera's 11 a.m. Central, so noon. So at noon, you have 2 options. We have Krista live at the top of the hour, which would be at the end of Good Dawning, and then the top of that hour. Or you have Hershey will be live as well with her Meta Monday message. So either one, or you could split, as Victor does sometimes with the phone and the laptop, or you could do that as well. But yeah, so if you want to make money, here's the new YouTube app, right? Divide my time. So yeah, there you go. So you can split and watch 2 shows at once on YouTube. So you figure that out, and you go make money. So watch 2 shows at once on YouTube, so you can comment on both as well, right? So there we go. So the Venus line, this is going to be your ring finger, not we did your middle finger, and so so an average Venus finger, so ring finger, and this is always on your dominant hand. You don't really wear your finger ring, your wedding ring on your dominant hand, but may I ask for healing, comfort, prayers for my father. I believe that the more peace sent to a dying person lessens their fear. I'm 2 hours from my dad and am without a car, so I need collective. Oh my gosh. Puts everything in perspective there. So please, let's take a moment, guys, since I just read that. Hold Teresa and her dad up into the highest loving light possible. Teresa, we send love and healing light to you and your dad. We send love and energy to your dad. We send the ability for you to get to your dad in some fashion as well. We send love and healing to your family, and hold your dad up in the highest loving light there, Teresa. So, Teresa, so much love and favor. Yeah, so please, guys, hold Teresa up there, and see her dad in a peaceful, loving state. We'll see him in golden light, and we'll see the angels there holding his hands. And yeah, moment of silence as well. All right, so send in your thoughts today, whatever's going on in your universe, just realize, yeah. So think about Teresa there and her dad, and send some love and energy to that, please. Exactly. Grace, exactly. So thank you, Kuan Yin, for bringing in the grace to Teresa's dad. All right. kind of puts this in perspective too. But let's move forward here. Venus fingers. So your ring finger on your dominant hand, which generally is not where you wouldn't wear a ring, but the finger is considered average if it is slightly longer than your index finger. This indicates your desire for approval and recognition. You take pleasure in money and material things. So there you go. If your finger is slightly longer than your index finger, your ring finger, then you take pleasure in earthly things, money and whatnot. And there's nothing wrong with taking pleasure in money. You are in the 3D realm. We kind of bash ourselves, going, "Oh, I shouldn't enjoy this, that, or the other." If you enjoy something on planet Earth, damn it, enjoy it because you're on planet Earth. Don't deny it to yourself. Just don't hold an attachment to it. That's the difference. But you're allowed to enjoy it. You're allowed to be wealthy on planet Earth. Why? Because you're source, and it creates more choice. You have more choice if you have more money, right? And so we karmically just, I shouldn't have. No. Wrong. You're allowed to be rich and spiritual at the same time. You know why? Because you could help more people. You could do more. You can create more, and you can bring more forth in the field with more cash you have. All right. So this is the second Venus card there, and this is going to be long fingers. So if your ring finger on your dominant hand is longer than any other finger, generally it's not going to be. But if it is for some odd reason, mine is most definitely not. Grace, is Grace there? Oh no, I just saw the word Grace. I'm like, Grace, is she back from vacation? All right, Neil and Shelly, good dawning. So if the middle finger, or if your finger, your index ring finger, there we go, on your dominant hand is longer than your middle finger. Generally, it's not, but if it is, you have poor money management. Thankfully, you have poor money management. You maintain long and established relationships, and it is a good sign for love, interest, and business partners. So there we go. So if your finger is, what is your finger there? So if your ring finger is larger than your middle finger, then you maintain long and established relationship. It's good for business, and but you're poor with money skills, but you have a good business head, which generally doesn't seem to tie together. But again, there's a million different ways to interpret the palm, right? There's the general standard, and then you can take anybody's deviation from there. So those are just one person's opinion. And the cards are available, although they are from made Hache in China, so they could be they were $8, so they could be $8, $16, $24 now. $8, $16, $24. Actually, they could be $42 because it's 3 times the price of the tariff. Is 3 times the price plus the price of the card. So it's $8, $16, $24, and then another $8 on top of that. So 32. Yeah, you want them either way. They're not cheap. $32. So they used to be 8. So I don't know how much but since they're printed in China. So all right, guys. So let's clear some energies from this weekend. Whatever might have been stuck in your frame there. Today is astrological anatomical point in Beltane. Sun at 15 degrees Taurus. Festival when veil is thin to contact the fae. Yes, we Beltane is it's not the brightest of festivals. It's not we're not bringing in a Yule log into your home, right? To light up your house during the darkest days, right? But so it's dancing around the fire when the light is getting at the brightest. But all right. So let's do some clearing from this weekend. So a lot of us get trapped up with family, people we don't want to be trapped up with. Maybe we're trying to dissolve a marriage and we're trapped with somebody over the weekend. Or maybe we love our spouse and we just want to ground it into the most awesome weekend we ever had. We can do that too. So you don't have to cut away any energies if you don't have anything to cut. You can ground into the awesomeness of your weekend as well. Hopefully, either way, it was amazing for you. Beltane, everybody shagged everyone, big part. All right. So apparently Beltane was a giant orgy. And so favor back then in the day, I don't know. All right. So there we go. Exactly. So from your end there, take a think of your weekend. Is there energies that you may need to clear? Did somebody cut you off at the grocery store? Did a skateboarder jump in front of your car? Did you come home with getting yelled at from your boss, Bob, with your TPS reports on Friday and carry it into your weekend? Did you have an amazing weekend? Or maybe you got jammed up with your mother-in-law, right? I love my mother-in-law. Right? Fred Flintstone. So maybe you got jammed up with Wilma's mom there and had to right, and maybe you didn't. But either way, for yourself there, whatever works for you. Maybe you had an amazing weekend. We're going to grab those energies. If it was amazing, ground into it. If there's something you need to clear from the weekend, energies that may be toxic to you this week. Maybe you had to sit with toxic family members. Whatever it is, clear the deck from that. Clear that off your deck, I should say. Today, we're going to do so by cutting cords. We don't remove the person, we just clear the dark energies, the heavier energies that we are choosing not to keep in our frame. And so in order to cut those cords, we can do one of 5 things. There's really a million different ways to do it. You can get a piece of paper and write their name down. You can write down the situation and throw it away. You can go run out to the beach and put their name in sand and watch the water take it. But what we do here, generally, the 2 methods that we like is to see it on a chalkboard and erase it. So you put down Bob, my boss, being karmic about my TPS reports. Erase the energy, and it clears from your frame, right? Or you can go, Bob, get out of my frame, and I cut the cord. Get out. Not that we're removing Bob from our universe, we're cutting the cord of Bob's heavy energy. That's the difference. A lot of people think cord cutting is getting rid of the person. No, it's just getting rid of the energies that we're trying to remove. In this case, Bob being karmic and leaving that karmic energy by yelling about our TPS reports, our reports at work. Yelling at us about those and leaving that yelling and vibration in our frame. So that's what we're removing. All right, so let's remove stuff from this weekend, whatever it is from your end. And so yeah, take a moment to think on that. And this is the self-led project here. So we'll take 30 seconds and whatever it is from your end, and you can do this every day, anytime. You go somewhere and you go to the DMV, right, to get your driver's license renewed, and the woman behind the counter or the guy behind the counter is snarky and you know how it is, right? Government. So if that's the case, then just remove kind of from your frame. All right, the heavy energy from the DMV, clear, erase, go away. That's all we're really doing. So if you get the idea. So from your end, whatever it is that you need to clear, take a moment. We're going to breathe in. We're going to do 3 breaths real quick to center ourselves into clearing, into our frame as well. Hopefully you're waking up and centering yourself, grounding yourself as well, and saying grateful when you put your feet on the ground. Even if your universe isn't where you want it to be, you have to start moving as if you're in that, pushing towards that direction, right? Grateful. Are you slamming your feet on the ground and saying that? Thank you, Josh. I need it. I don't know what you need, but you're welcome. You're welcome, Shelly and Neil. Love you guys. Absolutely. Shelly, if you don't know who Shelly and Neil, Seeker of Truth and Big Dad are 2 of the biggest hearted souls I've seen on YouTube. They are so sharing and generous. And tomorrow, if I can we'll work with the lapis that they sent us as well for today. We're working with the dream amethyst to see what you can dream up this week. But yeah, so tomorrow we'll ground it in with the lapis that they sent through Chloe's crystals to me. And thank you guys. All right, so let's take 3 breaths. So breathe in. As we breathe in, we're going to see clear energy. We're just going to open up a clear portal. So if there's anything blocking, we're not going to see ourselves blocked. We are going to see ourselves like a fiber optic cable of clear glass energy, clear light energy, right? So be that fiber optic cable today and see yourself clear energy. So as we breathe in, we are just breathing in the light. As we breathe out, we are breathing out carbon dioxide. There's nothing blocking us. We're not allowing us to be blocked, right? If you feel that there is something blocking you, then remove it on the first breath. Not even a second breath. As we breathe in again, we're just going to breathe in clear energy. And as we breathe out, we are just literally breathing out carbon dioxide. We are breathing out peace. There we go. So as you breathe out peace. See if you can create peace in your auric field and land that out. So, and then, yeah, then we will do some energy clearing. So, all right, so breathe in with me if you would. Breathe in. And hold it in 4 seconds is generally the rule. And breathe out. Breathe in. Hold it. And release. Breathe in. And release. And finally, one more breath. We're going to do a satisfied breath. If you're with us, we'll cut right here where your breastplate and your chest meet and your rib cage. And we bend over. As we breathe out, we say satisfied. And it should drop you up into your heart chakra on the instant. So breathe out, breathe in, hold it for 4 seconds, fold yourself over like a taco, satisfy. Whew. Boom. Whatever's going on in your universe, it should bring you to presence and it should throw you right into your heart chakra. And because you're telling your body that you're satisfied, whatever dissatisfaction is going on for that exact moment, and there's only those exact moments, right? That you say satisfied and breathe out, that moment, your body finds satisfaction. You do realize that, right? You can cut your trauma right then and there. So let's do one more and see if you can find where your body immediately drops into that satisfied state. So breathe in, hold it for 4 seconds, wedge yourself like a taco, and satisfy. Boom, right in the heart chakra. Your body doesn't, heart brain coherence, right? So you're telling your body at this moment, you are satisfied. Everything is good. No matter what's spinning around in your field, no matter what has been spinning around in your universe, at that exact present moment, you drop into what you've been looking for all along. We don't have to sit and do 20 hours of meditation to find the upper room, as Paul Seliger would call it. We just have to be, and we'll do one more breath here. We just have to be. Breathe in. Cut right here. Satisfied. I like to add that side to it because it really throws you into your heart chakra. If you add a sigh like at the end of it, we'll do one more and you'll see, guys. Add that side to it. It gives it that extra boost. Maureen, have a fantastic day. Thank you for being here. And next time we see you, Maureen, you have a wrench. So thank you for, we gave Maureen a standard wrench as part of the family. If you show up more than once, basically, we give you a wrench because we're all family here. We don't hold anybody's got any more power. We're all equal energy. So, all right. So let's do that one more satisfied breath there. So breathe in. And as we breathe out at the end of the satisfied, we're going to throw in a sigh after it. And you'll see it'll have an even more impact because it's all about regulating the body, right? And holding that. And here's what's going to be funny, guys, and we'll do this after the breath here. So breathe in, hold it, wedge yourself over, satisfied. That extra side there does make a bit of a difference. I'd forgotten about that, to be honest. It throws you right. I mean, it's like boom, heart chakra. But yeah. Yeah, so as you're trying to, as we're working to release our traumas, right? As we're working, and once the trauma, your traumas, right? It's not your body though is hanging on to the trauma reactions, and so keep in mind, and this is where I've been at, is holding those trauma reactions, right? And trying to remove those trauma reactions. Your trauma reactions may come up in a larger manner here, but let's clear some energy from this weekend real quick. So whatever works for you. So see it and clear it now that we're pretty centered here. So whatever you need to clear, whatever is in your field, your crawl, your space from this weekend, let's clear it so we have a clean week and start. End of the week technically starts on Sunday, but either way, right? So here we go, guys. So I'm doing chalkboard method for me. I just throw the name up there and then erase it. It works best for me. Or you can pull it, go away, whatever works. So clear the energies. All right. Poof. So if you may have more clearing to do, that's certainly going to be up to you there. But hopefully whenever the energies come across there, and realize that if you're focusing on removing your trauma reactions, right, steadying the body, right, the nerves, the nervous system, and all of that, your body's going to fight you on that. It's going to come back in a double manner here. So keep in mind, a lot of us here have cleared our trauma, right? So we know that the trauma is not mine; it's my mama's drama or my papa's drama or whatever it is. It's been programmed. I was programmed in lack. I was programmed to be to feel that I had to work hard for money. I was programmed to think this, that, and the other, right? These are what I was shown from the other adults in my loving, living universe. And so these programs are built into me, right? And so if I'm having issues or reactions to all these programs, and as these programs are built into me, my body builds ways around those programs, right? To soothe it, to calm it down when the teaching, right? So when it goes into a traumatic reaction, right, based on the trauma that's been placed in us, we may, like I said, we know the trauma, but the body's still going to automatically react. And so doing that satisfied breath there can help to calm the body, bring it down. Just keep in mind you want to be ahead of the trauma reaction, because what happens is once you are generally, your life's going on, bebop, bop, boo, and you know your trauma is not yours, but the same, some sitch happens and somebody vibrates that trauma, right? Your body, you're going to go, yeah, it's not my to deal with, but your body, shoom, is going to fall right back into that traumatic response. It's just going automatically. It's known state, and for your body, it's 30 days. It creates those patterns in your body, right? Those known states that lock you in. And so, in that aspect, when somebody comes into your frame, or something happens, or you get news, or something, you see something, whatever it is that triggers your body, the trauma that you had before you, that you've dealt with, but your body is still holding on to, right? 11 and 10. Thank you. Keep all of this in mind. You are going to drop into a trauma reaction. And so the question is then, just like with the satisfied breath, can you grab it before or at that moment you realize that you've kind of slipped the shark, right? Jumped the shark, whatever you want to state there, and ended up in a traumatic reaction. So that's why the satisfied breath can help to pull you if you can catch it. Once you're in that trauma reaction, generally speaking, at that point, your only recourse is to walk through it. We've created the trauma reaction, and it's now part of we're vibrating it. So unless you can breathe your way out of it, you can use the satisfied as well, but you can breathe your way out of it. But otherwise, yeah, it's not always the easiest thing to kind of break that, cut that reaction. Thank you so much, brother. I've been letting stuff go this weekend, so this is wonderful. Yeah, you are welcome. And guys, if you're new here again in what's in the middle as well, please like, subscribe, hit the bell as well. So yeah, do hit the like, and the more you guys interact with the chat, like hitting the hearts and whatnot, the more that YouTube sees that, and will throw this this live into the algorithm. So yeah, so please do interact as much as. Hey, our finches are back. There's got two house finches, common house finches, the red-throated finches that show up and hang out on my the railing of my porch. So always a good sign there. So peaceful. Thank you for the hearts, guys. All right, so let's do a quick channeling here. Yeah, we have plenty of time, so let's do a quick channeling, see what comes through here, and I'm sure it's going to be something about trauma reactions and whatnot here. So yeah, hair in my mouth. Grateful. Love finches, especially when they clean their little beaks. Absolutely. But yeah, you wouldn't think, generally you think finches, you think of finches in a cage, and then you get two finches, and the next thing you know, you have 50 finches if you have a male and a female. But no, in this case, these are just, they're wild finches as well. So common house finch. They look almost the same as a regular finch, but it's bigger, of course. But the finches you would have in your house there, that were popular in the 80s and the 90s there. And people have like 50 birds and 50 finches and all cages connected together. My aunt had like 2 cages connected together, and before, back in the day, way back in the day, we didn't stop talking many years ago. But when I was a kid, I remember her in the way early 80s, late 70s, early 80s. Her finches. All right, so let's channel here. So I don't know who's going to come through here, but yeah. So if you don't know, I have an open channel. I channel Archangel Raphael, Saint Germain, Goddess Isis, Kuan Yin, Sekhmet, White Buffalo, Calf Woman, and more. And so yeah, so let's do a quick channel here, see what comes up, and most likely it'll just be Saint Germain. Birds have always been a sign of change in my life. I really hadn't grounded in the birds until I got out here, and now I'm seeing all kinds of stuff. I saw there's an eagle's nest just up the way. It's a golden eagle, and just up the way off of the highway here. And so I see that, and the nest was somebody was home yesterday, so that was awesome. And then there's I'm seeing all kinds of birds. The eagles are doing the dancing in the thermals. If I was able to, I'd stop and get a video. Generally, I'm seeing them along the highway, so it's not the easiest thing, state highway, but easiest thing to stop. But yeah, so let's do a quick channeling here and see what and who comes through there. All right, guys, and yeah, so grateful. All right. Saint Germain. So we are grateful that you are here. We are channeling through Josh for you to you today. And we are say the same thing every time that we channel. As we are grateful. And of course, is it Saint Germain or is it Josh's higher conscience, or does it really matter? Because remember, everything in your universe flows through you, right? So you are the center of your universe, right? And you are creating everything that you see. So if you are seeing Saint Germain channeling through Josh, then it is his higher self, right? We are channeling, he's pushing that energies of Saint Germain through him, right? But nonetheless, everything that you see, you create in your universe comes through you, from you, to you, for you, right? So in your universe, if you are standing in trauma reactions, do realize that you are standing there because somebody had triggered your body. You may understand intrinsically what the trauma is and all of that, but your body is still going to have its reaction until it is trained otherwise. So as those reactions come up, it is going to be your responsibility, right? To grab yourself, grab your energy as the reaction, the traumatic reaction is happening for you, right? Are you able to stop and breathe and slow down in your universe to see that that is happening? We're talking about slowing down time, right? And Care Bear had been talking about slowing down time on her channel this dawning, right? So when you are talking about slowing down time, can you slow down your breath, your reactions to your universe? Can you live like a 45 record? No, we're not saying that you are going to be playing like this, right? But what we are saying is, right, instead of playing at regular speed, can you slow yourself down so that you are walking in conscious space? Can you slow yourself down so that you are in space with your breath, right? Can you slow yourself down so that when you are looking out through your eyes, right, and realizing your universe with your eyes, that you are seeing things in a slower, more broad pattern, right? More bigger space, right? You are not tunnel vision, right? You are not focusing. You are seeing the bigger picture. The slower you go, the more you see. You can slow down by slowing down your breath. Are you practicing breath work in your day? Are you box breathing, cycling your breath, right? During your day? That is the big question. It is up to you to ground in to changing your universe during the day, right? So for your end, are you box breathing? Are you walking in peace? Are you seeing your universe in a brighter, lighter way? In order for you to create that change, to drop your traumatic reactions, right? You are responsible. Only you can do so. You have to be responsible for your energy. It is up to you when you start to feel the twinge of anxiety, right? Do you grab your energy? Do you do satisfaction breaths? Do you start cycling your breath? Do you go ground? Do you take a walk? Or do you let the energy overwhelm you and step into anxieties? Once you are there, it's not as easy to clean out the energy. You can meditate, you can go ground, you can, of course, clear the chalkboard, but you are in the traumatic reaction. The body is automatically going to take over that traumatic reaction. So that is why staying slow and present in your universe is key. Are you understanding? It is up to you, for you to see that the traumatic reactions that you are having, the triggered reactions, right? The I need, the I wants, whatever it is in your universe, it is up to you to slow that body down, to breathe into it, and to see the larger picture of it. So from your end, are you able to do so? That is the question that you have to ask for yourself. When your body starts to dervish out, when your energy starts to go, right? Are you able to slow down your energy? Are you able to see when it happens? And are you able to take control of your breath? Are you staying in control of your breath? You may not have to worry about that. If you are able to cycle your breath in that state all day long, right? Keeping in that peaceful state, your body will regulate itself. You will not have to worry about divishing off into traumatic reactions or anything else for yourself. It is going to be much more calm in your universe. So it is really up to you what you are seeing in your universe. So if you are feeling the traumatic reactions, if you are feeling the energies and you are not slowing down, then they're going to overwhelm you, right? So it is your job to realize that. With your realize, right? To find the grace. Ask for the grace in your universe when these things happen, right? Ask for the peace and ask for the calm. It's up to you, but it is your universe to do so. So we are grateful. We're going to cut the channeling short today, but we are trying to make a good point, right? So when your energy dervish is off, stand in your frame. See it for what it is and ask your universe for calm peace. Breathe. Go ground. See it. Even if you know, right? The trauma is this, that, or the other, and this is not your drama. Your body is not going to matter. It's going to carry that anyway. So from your end, take a breath. Let your body calm down and relax it. You will see. Releasing transmission. All right. So from your end there, yeah, energy. Can you let your body calm down there? Once you have that traumatic reaction there, or you start to feel it, can you grab it and can you stay in box breathing all day? Generally, that's pretty much the way to best help yourself there. I love them all. Many, many birds all year long. Most of them do not fly away. Oh, yeah, you're in California, so they don't fly away. Our birds are up and down. We have different birds based on the different seasons here in Colorado, there for sure. But all right, so we're going to work with the dream amethyst here, guys. And then we will close out with a group hug. But yeah, so today at 6:30 or 8:30 is 8:30 tonight is Witchy Trista with her bells, so or her tuning forks. There we go. And sorry. And so yeah, so tonight join us. Join Witchy Trista. Say it 3 times fast. It's not easy. Witchy Trista and myself. We are going to talk tuning forks, and since everything in the universe is vibration, right? Then join us for a vibrational good time. It should be amazing. Again, thank you guys as well. The GoFundMe there. Nobody's required to donate or anything of the sort. It's if you feel called to, I am grateful. And of course, if you missed over the weekend, there I was live on Lucky Stone's channel on Saturday night. Looking forward to you all, which you should be fun. Thank you. Wounds to Wisdom there, Teresa. Love you. She's live tomorrow at 3 o'clock my time, 5 o'clock Eastern time. She will be live. And so yeah, thank you guys, all of you. We're going to work with the Dream Amethyst. If you are energy works best with your permission there. And so yeah, so thank you all. If you missed me with Lucky, it is on Lucky's channel, Lucky Stone. And so it was me and Grandpa Brian 420. It was a good time. Thank you, Lucky, for the invite there. And it was great. And all right. All right, guys. So those who are here still, thank you for sticking around. Let's close this out. Or at least get ready to close this out. We're going to work with the Dream Amethyst here. And so what are you dreaming of this week? What are you looking to ground into? What are you looking to create for this week on your own? So please ground that into the Dream Amethyst here for yourself. And so yeah, let's get started. All right. And yeah, thank you, Lucky. It was a great show. And so yeah, thank you all for being here. I appreciate seeing all of you in the chat, Millie, Lucky, Karen, and all of you guys. So all right, so here we go. All right. And so ground in what you're looking to dreaming for on this weekend for yourself, or this week for yourself. All right. Hey, Millie. I have 10 hens, 6 babies waiting to crack their shells, white and black woodpecker, all kinds of starlings, and so many other birds. Like the bird feed, I have thousands of birds. Oh, that's awesome. All right. So with the amethyst here, really it's about whatever you're looking for this week. So put your dreams into it. And you may feel this in your root or your sacral chakras. You'll feel all your chakras tonight at 8:30. And then we're going to lead into a good to truth wave. All right. Right in my root chakra. If you've got a dream, you can't get anywhere without clearing it. Your root chakra first, and then your sacral chakra. First, you could do Ganesh and Lakshmi mantras. So at noon today, don't forget Hershey will be live with Meta Message Monday, and of course, Krista will be live as well. Blindly Inspired will be live with her energetics and pictures from ChatGPT. All right, so seal this up here. Davey, much love. All right, guys, let's seal this off. Give it another minute. All right, guys. We're going to go ahead and seal this off, and then we're going to close up with a group hug. Keep this at about an hour, give or take. For the algorithm, if it's actually under 60 minutes, it's better, but generally it's like used to run like that. Well, generally run an hour and change. All right, so let's seal this off. And we're still waiting to get to the park. At the beginning of Good Dawning, it's like in the 40s. But we're almost there, probably sometime this week. Actually, next week. This week, we're going back into the 40s and 50s and rain. So, but by next week, we should be back at the park as well. So let's close this out, guys, with a big group hug. So from my end to yours here. So take your left arm up and put it on the person to your left. Thank you. And take your right arm up and put it to the person to your right, like a big Josh hug there, as you see in the Truth Wave there. Thank you, Victor. And all right, so like a football huddle, right? Or like you see in a scrum for like Australian rules football or rugby, except we're not going to run each other over, right? All right, so we send love to each other. We send that love as we spin it around. It comes around. It comes from your left hand. It'll come all the way around. Cut back through your right hand, right through your heart chakra, as we spin our love up. And we send that love. We connect our energy to the greater source field. And we send that love and energy as we spin it up clockwise into the greater source field and connect our love up. We see everybody in the greater source field. That's everybody on planet Earth in love and peace. We see everybody on this planet in abundance, joy, and freedom. We see everybody on this planet with four walls. There's no reason why anybody should be sleeping under the stars, under a tent, under a bridge, in a dirt mud hut, or anything else on this planet. We have the abundance to give everybody a 2-bedroom house with regular size land and more in Texas. And that's for everybody on the planet. So we don't have a population problem. We have a density problem. We see everybody in those houses with fresh fruits and vegetables. There's no reason why anybody should be hungry on this planet when we have enough food to feed everybody on this planet. 50% of our fresh fruits and vegetables get thrown away. And so there's no reason why anybody should be starving as well. There should be no reason why anybody has to fetch fresh water. We do have a device that's been invented that you can place on a table. As long as there's 10% or more humidity, it'll pull the humidity out of the air and give you fresh, filtered drinking water. No reason why anybody should be hauling water from a river to a fire, or from a stream to a fire, and then boiling it and waiting for it to cool down and drink it. There's no reason why anybody should be looking for a hug on this planet either. With 8 billion people, there's no reason why we are walling ourselves off from each other, and that nobody should be without love on this planet as well. We see each other as well with purpose. There's no reason why anybody should not have purpose on this planet. Whatever your purpose is, we should be able to support that for each other and support each other however and whatever there in your purpose is. And we see each other in love. We see the governments of the world apologizing for the grifting, the grafting, the lying, the stealing, and all of that they've done from their citizens. We see the militaries of the world apologizing to each other, putting down their weapons and shaking hands of those they would have otherwise shot without knowing them, and at least getting to know them and apologizing. We see the governments of the world, instead of using military, having a cage match, right? We'll put each and every one of the leaders in those cages, and whoever stands tall at the end there can claim they won. But either way, we see Mother Gaia without X's in the sky turning white, right? And we see Mother Gaia without any forever chemicals or plastics built into her, right? She is not. She did not invite us here. We do not sit on Mother Gaia to give her forever chemicals and plastics and X's in the sky. So we see that clean and clear, and we see the truth on all of that being released, right? We see each and every one of us here in our own joyful abundance and love and peace, and we see each and every one of us living our best and most amazing universe. We see Henny finding her new place. We see Suzette and her mother getting respite care from her mother, and of course her car fixed as well, and her mother, of course, not turning off the fridge or the air conditioner at night. We see Karen getting not having to go to the doctor in Estes Park, and of course we see Rick not ever having to go back to the doctor as he cured his cancer. We see everybody here living their most amazing, awesome life. We see Lindsay, of course, as well, in an amazing situation financially and otherwise. And we see everybody here, whatever they may be struggling with, we see that eradicated, and we see their universe perfect and full of vigor. So it is, so it shall be. And we release our love, our connected energies to the greater source field. As we let it go, we see it rise up and connect that love and let it into the greater source field. And so it is. All right, guys. Thank you all for sticking around. I truly appreciate you all. Remember, everything that you do creates your loving, living universe. So if you're still in your dark night of the souls, you release your darkness to the light. You release your energies out. You bring in more light. You vibrate faster. You create your loving, living universe in a much easier, softer way, of course, from the light body. All right, guys, stay awesome, because you are. I love you, and I will see you all in the next. Remember, you are amazing. Thank you all. See you tonight. Witchy Trista, 6:30 in my time, 8:30 before Truth Wave, and I'll see you in the chats. We got 2 chats going on in a half an hour for Hershey and for Blindly Inspired. So I'll see you there as well. Much love, guys. Thank you.